Hi guys, welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam. This is MUFC Transfer Talk, and we are live yet again talking another transfer. Yes, we're talking a potential fourth summer signing for Manchester United today. After Diogo Dalot, we had Fred, we had Lee Grant come out of the woodwork, and now could our fourth signing possibly be Alex Sandro, the left back from Juventus? Now, I was checking out because I thought to myself, I've done some videos on this before. So I checked out my channel, and one of the earliest transfer talk videos I did of this summer, we called it "Will Sandro be United's first signing?" or something along those lines. And obviously that hasn't been the case. We signed another fullback first in Diogo Dalot, then we brought in Fred, then we brought in Lee Grant. Now we're looking for our fourth signing. I'm quietly confident we're going to get a fourth signing, whether that's a right winger, whether that's a left back, I don't know, centre half, whatever. I'm quietly sure we're going to get a fourth signing because we weren't expecting a backup goalkeeper to be our third signing. So I think you can kind of discount that one. And we were kind of expecting United to make 4 or 5 signings this summer. So 2 more probably still on their way. 1 more at least you think would be on their way. And Alex Sandro is the man that's been linked in the last couple of days. Duncan Castles first reported that Manchester United had agreed terms with him. And he's been correct on a few other things in the past as well. And he reported United had agreed terms with Alex Sandro. Alex Sandro wants to join the club. Potential 5 million a year deal in euros, I think it was. And that Manchester United now needed to agree a fee with Juventus. Juventus wanted 60 million euros, which I think is around 53.5 million. Or something like that, 53.5 million pounds. Now, what's interesting about this is we know Juventus are coming in for Cristiano Ronaldo now. A week ago, a day ago, 2 days ago, I thought, nah, Ronaldo ain't going Juventus. Ronaldo isn't leaving Real Madrid. This is another one of those things. But it's looking ever more likely that Cristiano Ronaldo could be on his way to Juventus. Now, the fee for that is believed to be 88 million pounds. And Juventus selling Alex Sandro, potentially bringing in Matteo Darmian, who they want anyway, or at least they potentially did want before they got Cancelo. And Sandro could be a part of that deal because if they can get, let's say, 50 to 60 million euros for him, 40 to 50 million pounds for him, then they're onto a winner because they're recouping a lot of that money they would have spent on Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's becoming more interesting because of that Ronaldo story. And the fact that we've kind of thought that Alex Sandro might be leaving Juventus sometime soon. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Do you want Alex Sandro as Manchester United's next signing? Do you want him as our next left back? What do you think about that situation? Because we've got Ashley Young, who's having a decent World Cup for England. Obviously, we've got Luke Shaw. Ashley Young, though, signed a contract. Not a natural left back. He's getting older. Do we want to be relying on him next season? I think the answer from everybody would be no, and I don't think Ashley Young would be surprised to hear that. That's not to say we want Ashley Young to leave or anything like that, but we need to improve in that left back position. Luke Shaw obviously isn't in favour with Jose Mourinho at the moment. We heard Sandro was linked with United in the past, in January, last summer as well. And Sandro being linked with United then is a running story. Jose seems to like him. Is he the man we need? I honestly think he's a decent player. But whilst I've watched Juventus a fair few times, I've never watched them and thought, oh, I would love Sandro at Manchester. I think he's a decent player. I'm not sure, will he succeed in the Premier League? Obviously, that's a question mark. But I do think he's obviously better than what we've got at this moment. I think potentially Luke Shaw, when we looked at Luke Shaw 2 years ago, we would have hoped he would have been as good or if not better than Alex Sandro at this moment in time. Obviously, he's not at this moment in time. So Sandro would be an improvement. I wouldn't mind him at all. Scott is another one of those that's asking about Tierney from Celtic. Now, it looks like Tierney's not going to leave Celtic. I don't think it'd be hard if United came knocking to get him. Always concerned about signing a player from the SBL. Rez, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Another one, Abhishek, asking about Kieran Tierney. Samoan85 says it would be awesome when Alex Sandro comes. is made for the Prem. Adam, says Darren. We have players who have potential to become greats, but potential won't win us the league, says Darman. Sohail, I remember one man once said, you'll never win nothing with kids. Are you coming to the US pre-season tour, says David Lay. Fingers crossed we will be there. Yes, I think myself and the full-time Devils gang should be there. Why did we sign Grant Adams, says Manny Players? We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Right now we're having chat about Alex Sandro in the left back position. I did do a video on Lee Grant, but I will talk about that a little bit later. Just to recap, Andrew asked us to recap, and while I see that comment, I see Sam Warder says Sandro is top 5 left backs in the world, and Bepine says Sandro will be a great signing. Ian says Sandro is proven top class left back, played a great role in Juventus's Champions League runs over the last year or two, as well as their obviously successful Serie A title winning campaign. Although I know he was rested for a fair few. I think he missed about 10 league games because of the fact he was quite obviously played in the Champions League a lot. Anyway, just to recap what you guys want me to recap, the rumours at the moment surrounding Alex Sandro. For you guys that joined us late, while I recap, make sure you're hitting that like button, make sure you're subscribing and sharing the video. Just to recap, Alex Sandro, the Juventus Brazilian fullback, who obviously isn't in the World Cup squad at this moment in time, is linked with Manchester United, been linked with Manchester United before. Now, the rumours at this moment in time come from Duncan Castles. They've been picked up by a lot of other people. Now, Duncan Castles has been right on a fair few things regards to Mourinho signings and Manchester United in recent times. And he's saying that Manchester United have agreed terms with Alex Sandro, and we just need to agree a fee with Juventus. Juventus are demanding 60 million euros. United obviously want to get a deal done for less than that. But Alex Sandro is keen on a move to Manchester United, and it seems all we have to do now is convince Juventus. Juventus potentially in the running, or it looks like they're going to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. We would possibly look to recoup money. And you'd think Alex Sandro is someone that they could definitely bring money in on. They've signed Cancelo. They're looking to bring in Darmian, so they're looking to strengthen in their fullback positions. And it's looked like they're prepping for the departure of Alex Sandro. In terms of if I was to do a rumour rater on this one, which will be returning very, very soon, I'd give it a 3.5 or 4 at this moment in time. Obviously, anything can happen in terms of players, transfers and potential transfers, and anything can change at any given time. But there does seem to be a running theme with this one. It continues to come back. It continues to roll on. And with him not being at the World Cup, it's obviously something that we can make happen quite quickly. And Juventus being in for Ronaldo, I keep mentioning it. I think that will have a big part to play in it. It may be a case that the Sandro move goes through and then the Ronaldo move goes through straight after, or vice versa, because they'll be looking to bring in some of them P's. Sandro is the best left back in the world, says Red Devils Carlo. Ronaldo will look good in a Juve kit, to be fair, says Darren Sweetman. Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously, let's talk about it, because a lot of people link Ronaldo to Manchester United, and I've been asked a fair few times, do you think we should sign Cristiano Ronaldo? Now, I love Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the best player I've ever seen in a Manchester United shirt, and I think he's the best player in the world. But do I think we should be signing Cristiano Ronaldo? The answer to that would be, like, looking at it logically, the answer to that would be no. You'd think, where would Cristiano Ronaldo play for Manchester United? Now, obviously, he's the best player in the world, so he's going to be starting for most teams. Every team, you'd think. Where would he play? You're looking at number 9. He's not going to occupy the wing positions anymore. He's not going to play in a deep role. He's going to be your number 9. So already you're looking at that, and it's a conflict of interest with Jose Mourinho, because he's got Romelu Lukaku, a man that he's put big faith in, big money, and has got big hopes on his shoulders. And I can't see Jose Mourinho unsettling Romelu Lukaku at this moment in time. And I can't see Cristiano Ronaldo accepting a position on the bench. I think in terms of Juventus, him going to Juventus, it gives him a great opportunity in a new league. When people compare him and Lionel Messi, which I hate getting into the discussion, but when they compare him, they always can look to the fact that Ronaldo played in numerous leagues. If he can go to Serie A, win that, which I think there'd probably be a dead cert to do that with Cristiano Ronaldo there. Imagine he helped them win the Champions League. That would be a big feather in his cap as well. And I think when you look at those things, Cristiano Ronaldo going to Juventus does make sense. And it's a league that I think you look at some aging players. Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously in fantastic condition. But when you look at that, you think he would really suit that. And I think it put Serie A defenses to the sword and get countless amount of goals. I think we just need to move on from the whole Cristiano Ronaldo thing. It was a great time in Manchester United's past. It was a great time in our history, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If it happened and Ronaldo came home, I'd be as buzzing as anyone else because I absolutely adore the man. It's not going to happen though. But imagine he did, broke Rooney's record and all that. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on from that. Z Last Boss, how you doing, bro? Hope you're well. We could play 2 up fronts as Rona. I'm not seeing that happening. Captain 80 says Cristiano will be number 7, not number 9. I don't mean shirt number, mate. I mean position on the pitch. Dybala or Costa would be possible, says Darren Sweetman. I can see them trying to keep Dybala in the team. You're going to need someone to create and help Cristiano Ronaldo. DiMarzio has reported the deal to Juve is close as Ian Turlington, which means that it's probably done then. We've got 350 people watching at the moment. We've got under 100 likes. Get hitting that like button. Make sure you subscribe to AdamMcKola TV as well. We're trying to hit 100k as soon as possible. We hit 50,000 just after the season ended. And now we're coming up to a new season, the World Cup and all that jazz. Get hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Obviously, when we're talking transfers today, we'll be talking other things in the future as well. And I'll be covering more World Cup stuff, pre-season stuff, all that jazz. Today we're talking Alex Sandro to Manchester United. Feel like Lady Gaga saying that, for fuck's sake. Alex Sandro to Manchester United. Is he on his way in? 60 million euros has been valued at by Juventus. Duncan Castles says he's agreed terms with Manchester United on a deal and he's on the way to Manchester United. But is it about to go down? Is Alex Sandro about to become a Manchester United player? We obviously have to wait and see what goes on in terms of more concrete news and hearing more about it. But Duncan Castles is a fairly reliable source. He's been a mouthpiece for Mourinho in the past and he's got things right about Jose Mourinho in the past as well. Of course, he's got things wrong, but everybody has. Do you know what I mean? I will keep reading your comments out, so keep those coming in as well. Who else do you think Manchester United sign, or what positions do you need Manchester United need to sign in? Because obviously, we're talking left back. Alex Sandro, I think everyone would say we need a left back. Is there someone that thinks we don't need a left back? Let us know in the comments below. Not only a left back, centre half. I think we probably need to let someone go, but we do need a centre half. Who's going to go from the centre half? Obviously, Eric Bailly has been talked about his future in the press. Now, I don't see Eric Bailly going at all, and he's obviously he's got no concerns about his immediate future at United, but he wants playing time, and he deserves playing time. Lindelof's doing very, very well in the World Cup. Can he transfer that to a Manchester United shirt? I know he did well towards the end of the season, but I think there's a lot you've got to look at, and I think we do need to probably let one go if we're going to bring one in defence. But I think we have to do that. I think Jose has to be ruthless, and I think we have to do that. Bring someone in defence. What do you guys think? Where do United need to sign in this transfer window? We've got 3 signings in already. We've got Fred. We've got Diogo Dalot. We've got, of course, Lee Grant as well. Who is going to be next? Is it going to be Alex Sandro? Is it going to be another player? Is it going to be one that we haven't been linked to? I mean, Diogo Dalot come out of the blue. Lee Grant come out of the blue. A lot of these signings come out of the blue. People were linking us with all sorts of people. So what do you guys think about that? Who will be the next one in the door at Manchester United? Get your comments in. I'll be trying to read out as many as possible. I'm just getting them up on the screen as we speak. This is AdamMcKola TV, youtube.com/AdamMcKola. This is MUFC Transfer Talk. Make sure you are subscribed. Darman says give Lindelof a chance. Sal Smalling says Harry Singh. Centre back is a must, says Sam. Right wing, says Ronak. Blind and Darmian status, says Iobi. There's been links between Blind to Ajax, which I think would be a good move for him. Matteo Darmian to Juventus, still lingering around. Obviously, with us being in for Alex Sandro, it still remains there. I know they bought Cancelo, and it was kind of thought that we wouldn't see Matteo Darmian go to Juventus because of that. But apparently, they are still interested in him. So it looks like exits could be Darmian, Blind. I'd say one of the centre halves as well. Smalling, maybe. What do you guys think? Get your comments in the comments below. We've got 363 people watching. We're going to keep this stream going for another 5 minutes. So get your questions in if you've got any. Shout out to the guys watching in Ireland, India, Manchester, Birmingham, wherever you're watching. Thank you very much for watching. Rojo deserves a chance, as Dylan McBride. He needs to stay fit, but I agree he's got a big part to play in the squad if he is fit. Why doesn't the board let Jose spend big? Says Sam. I think you've just got to wait and see what happens. Left back and right back are needed, says Michael Jones. We've brought in Diogo Dalot, who's supposedly going to challenge Antonio Valencia at right back. So probably be just the left back that comes in. Do you think there are big signings on the way, says Jamie? I'm not too sure. Depends who you class as big, but I don't think we need big signings. I think we need to get the positions that we need filled in. I know a lot of you guys are mentioning those positions, left back, centre back, etc. We're not going to, unfortunately, I hate to say unfortunately, but because Fellaini's staying, we're not going to strengthen more in central midfield, which I'm disappointed about. And I think that could cause us problems coming through the season, because whilst Fellaini can offer you a good plan B off the bench in terms of someone, a focal point to throw attacks at, I don't think he's good enough in central midfield. So I was looking forward to us signing a central midfielder, which obviously hasn't transpired. So I don't think we need star names. We've got a hell of a lot of stars in this team already. We need to give them the foundations to flourish. If we were going to buy a star name, you need a star name centre half. That's what you need. Calvin's watching from the moon. What a lad. What position will Fosu meant to challenge if this Dalot guy is here? Maybe centre half, maybe centre mid, maybe he'll go back out on loan. Who knows? Quantity, not quality for now, says Nathan. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. We need quality, but maybe not star names all the time. We need functional signings, says Chiring. I am back, says McKola. How are we not bidding for Ronaldo? Darren, I explained why I think we're not bidding for Ronaldo earlier on in this video, and you're more than welcome to go back and check that out. In a nutshell, I don't think it's going to happen. In a nutshell, I don't think it makes sense to make it happen. And I pretty much was saying a minute ago, like, we don't need star names. We need to get the players that are going to do the jobs that we need. Centre back, left back, we need those areas filled in. Maybe right wing, I don't know. Ronaldo's not a right winger though anymore. He's a number 9. He's going to play up top, score goals for you. And at the moment, Romelu Lukaku's that man for us. Now look, if I was going to pick someone to lead the attack and score me goals, I love Romelu Lukaku, but Ronaldo's GOAT status, you know what I mean? But think about it sensibly. Jose isn't going to sign Ronaldo. He's not going to do that. William will be a good signing, says Dave. I'm still on the fence about that one. Just signed Sandro and Milinkovic-Savic, and we are done for in the transfers, says McKola. We're not signing any more centre midfielders, I don't think. I'd be very surprised to see that. And Red Army FC says Marshall needs to stay and flourish. And that I 100% do agree on, mate. As you guys you guys have heard me say that more than enough. And I'm still holding out hope that Martial does stay at Manchester United. Anyway, guys, that has been it for today's MUFC Transfer Talk. Remember, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you keep it locked, subscribe, like, share, etc., etc. Will Alex Sandro be Manchester United's 4th summer signing? Get your comments in the comments below. And for now, I'm AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.